Hi friends. In our time together today, I want to dig a little deeper into the ornament, the cut. I know it was like, what, the first ornament I think we looked at together when we were just starting to play. But there's more to it. And what I mean more to it, I mean it's more flexible than we first thought. I shared with you when we were first learning that conventional wisdom says if you're just starting out playing your whistle, that if you're playing any note on your bottom hand, that you're going to cut using the finger that's covering the G on a D whistle. And conventional wisdom also says if you're playing any note on your upper hand there, that you're going to cut using the finger that covers the B at the top. Great. But you've been playing long enough, I'll bet you're not doing that strictly anymore. And that's really good. And if you are doing it strictly, then it's time to expand your horizons. I'll show you in a minute what I mean. So if you're playing a D, I'm going to play like a quick cut on the notes above the D, except I'm not going to play a cut using the B finger. And I want you to listen. I'm also going to bounce my D, the finger covering the D. And I want you to listen to each of those. So if I'm bouncing the finger that covers the note I'm playing, in this instance a D, it's more like a quickly step up and down. It doesn't have that edge to it that a cut needs to bring to the table. And so if I'm playing a D and I cut using the finger covering the E, that's pretty good. It gets a minimally edgier when I use two notes above. However, it's not really that different, but there's a slight variation in the quality. So I'd like you as a practice thought to play a note and then just cut with the different notes above it. And the reason I said when you're playing a D and you can cut with any note above the D except using the finger covering the B is, remember, the second octave D is played with that top finger off. And so when you're cutting like that, if you're not careful, you're going to jump to the second octave and it won't sound like a cut at all. It'll just sound like you're bouncing off the same note. So you could do that with any note. So here I'll start with an F sharp. Notice that the edge and the tonal quality is so crazy similar in all of those. Now, one of the reasons I say that is we have introduced the option of playing like a double cut. You could do that if you feel like it fits into the situation, but the real question is, you like to throw a roll in now and then. And if you're playing a low D, you can't play a roll because, as we've said, there's no note below it. So you play a cran, which historically could be from up to down. Or so you start off, you do a cut with using the G finger, you do a cut using the E, you do a cut using the F sharp. And if you limit your cuts to only using the finger covering the G or the finger covering the B, you're never going to play a cran. And so obviously a cut has to be broader than that. So I want to share with us today, when you're playing a cut, please, please, please feel free. Don't bounce off the same note that you're playing, but bounce off of a note above it. And if you want to do like two cuts, if you want to do a full cran with 3 cuts above, if you want to do a double cut, 2 cuts in a row, or if you want to get wild and crazy and just like similar to a vibrato but hitting the note and you want to do multiple cuts, what are you wanting to express in a tune? That is the question. How would an ornament express what you're wanting to play? Is it a single cut above? Then you want that little bit of an edge. So go to at least one note above the note you're playing. Is it a cran because you're dying to play a roll there and express something? Then you play a cran. 3 cuts above, but not the same 3 notes. Vary that. Do you want to play a double cut because it feels right to you? Then do that. So what I'm recommending is that you and I step further into playing cuts than we have, unless you've just naturally done this, which I expect you have, because I have. So play a cut with whatever note you want above the note you're playing, so long as the way you play gives that little bit of a cut edge to the sound of that note. Use the freedom we have in playing these ornaments. Enjoy them, revel in them, express tunes using them. I hope that's helpful, my friends. Until next time, this is Godshade. Happy low D whistling.